Hi guys, this is Miss Mac and I'm on Instagram as s.mac.chem. Check out my page. What we're looking at today is the topic redox reactions, and we're going to look at how the concepts in the topic are interrelated. Right, so you can think of this video as a revision summary. Now, we say that redox reactions involve both a change in the number of electrons or change in a unit called oxidation number. Now we can look at a change in oxygen or hydrogen atoms, but I'm going to leave that out to simplify this video. Now in a chemical reaction, in a redox reaction, there are two species involved, and between those two species there's going to be a change in the number of electrons and the oxidation number. Let's look at how the number of electrons changes. So one chemical species will lose electrons, and by default, the other species will gain electrons. Now, the chemical species that will lose electrons, we refer to this species as the species being oxidized. And that means the other chemical species, which is the one that gains electrons, is referred to as the one being reduced. So let's go back to our species that is being oxidized. This process we refer to as oxidation, and the species being reduced, we refer to that process as reduction. All right, so to clarify, once again, oxidation occurs to the species being oxidized, which will lose electrons, and reduction occurs to the species being reduced, which will gain electrons. Now let's look at what this means in terms of oxidation number. If oxidation occurs to the species being oxidized, what happens to its oxidation number? We say that the species being oxidized is going to increase in oxidation number. And on the right here, referring to reduction, where we say reduction occurs to the species being reduced, the species being reduced will decrease in oxidation number. Right, so oxidation occurs to the species being oxidized. It will lose electrons and increase in oxidation number. And for reduction, which occurs to the species being reduced, it will gain electrons and decrease in oxidation number. Now let's look at the terms oxidizing agent and reducing agent. We say that the oxidizing agent causes oxidation and that the reducing agent causes reduction. There are oxidizing agents such as acidified potassium manganate and acidified potassium dichromate in the lab, and there are reducing agents such as aqueous potassium iodide and iron 2 sulfate. And oxidizing agents can be used to test for a reducing agent, and a reducing agent can be tested for using an oxidizing agent. Right, so last but not least, just to summarize, we say that redox reactions occur simultaneously, that is, when oxidation and reduction occur at the same time, which they must, this is referred to as a redox reaction. Okay, so I'm just going to take out the two arrows which I just had in my concept diagram, and we're just going to put an asterisk next to oxidation and reduction to indicate that they occur simultaneously. And this is my summary on the concepts of redox reactions. Thank you for viewing.